Ladies and gentlemen, this video is for the less privileged. Those of you that do not have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, this is your opportunity to focus on building your creative art. So we're going to let's box on farms. So you take an A4 workspace and create a brand new space. So what we're going to do from here is to create a background color. So I'm going to create a gradient fill color. I already have it, and these are the color codes for the gradient fill. So I went for radar, an angle of radar. Yeah, so I brought in this image, positioned it to fill the page, and I'm taking the blend mode of overlay for this very image, which is looking very good. I decided to reduce the opacity to about 70%, and I brought in this very image, and then it's looking like a window kind of vibe. I like it. So yeah, I position it right there. Then I'll take a blend mode that will blend with the color background, or the background's color. So I took soft light. Overlay or soft light will work. So I'll take my brush tool, using the soft rounded brush. You brush the sharp edge, just as I'm doing the bottom sharp edge like that, and that's way cool. So from there, I brought in this very image of a fire, circular kind of fire. So this is good. I position right there at the top because I love the angle it's giving. So from there, I wanted to pop out, showing the background. So I'm going to take a blend mode that will make it do that for me. So what I'm going with is screen blend mode. So that's it, simple as that. So I'll create a layer mask and take my brush tool and brush down the sharp edge at the bottom of the page, just as you're seeing it. So I brought in this first man of God, and I'm trying to position him right there because that's how I want him, because I'll actually be fading the sharpness around his bottom like that, so that I get the angle or the blend I want. So I created a layer mask, and I'm brushing with a soft round brush, just as you're seeing. So I'm brushing to match the shape of the fire image behind it, so just so that he feels like he's coming right from it. That's the actual reason for the arrangement, and the faded. So that's it. So this very man of God is also going to have to be inside, so everything is going to be inside of the fire image right there. So when brushing, you make sure the fire image is showing or visible to the eye. So that's more like it. So I brought in this woman of God, positioning it the same as I wanted, right there, and I'm making sure that it's not going to cover the fire image right there. So everything should feel like coming out of the fire. That's the kind of vibe I wanted. So I'll give it a layer mask, and then I will brush the sharp edge. Farms, don't forget to like and subscribe if this video helps you in any way possible. So thank you for clicking to watch this very video. Let's box on. So I'm just making the fading, and that's more like it. So from here, what I'm going to do is to create a duplicate of the fire beneath it. That's why it's brightened. So I've created a duplicate. I'm going to send the duplicated one to the top of all the men of God. Why am I doing that? Because I am going to have to make sure the fire image is on top of the men of God. Yeah, that's more like it. So from here, I'm just going to make inverse of the layer mask of the fire image. Then I'll take my brush tool and then paint back the important part I want on the fire image, like that, with the foreground white color, just as you're seeing. So this makes it feel like the fire is dominating, like on top of the men of God actually. So just that vibe, it's good. This is how I wanted it, and we are getting it. So I like it. So that's more like it. So if any parts you feel like you've made a mistake and you want to clean, you just turn the foreground color to black and you are good to go. All right, fam. So that's more like it. So yeah, I wanted that feeling, and we are getting it. So it's more like, okay, farms. So this is more like it. This is actually it. So from here, we're going to have to, normally what I do is after creating the background, I group all of it. So I'll turn this to be the background because it consists of a lot that has to be the background. So I brought in this very image of the sun, and I'll send it image on blend mode on screen because I want it popping out. Now I'll send it behind all the men of God like that, and as it's lying on the fire vectors image like that. So that's the feeling I wanted. So the sun and everything fiery like that. So I'll create a layer mask. Then I'll make sure I take the black foreground color, taking my brush tool, and I'm going to brush up the sharp edges just as you're seeing like that. This is way cool. I'll make a duplicate and position the duplicated one at the side where it's going to be visible as well. So you can reduce it if you think it's too big, but then yeah, that's more like it. So that's what we have. So from here you can click on inside the layer mask and then use your black foreground color and brush to soft rounded brush to clean the sharp edges just as you are seeing. Okay, so yeah, we can clean everything. I mean, anything you're seeing that is not worth it, including tags, sharpness, any other color. Yeah, that's more like it. So I love the blend we are seeing right there. Making a duplicate of this very image and bringing it down, I just wanted the fire to be firing all around like that. So that's more like it. That is more like it, forms. So over here, I wanted a touch of the fire popping right at the head of the man of God. So that's the whole point of that last duplicate right there. I position at the gray-headed man of God's head like that. Okay, so for a caution, this video is for tutorial purposes. The men of God and everyone you are seeing are to teach and learn, for us to learn. Just that. This is not an actual program. They are not doing any program as such. So we are just learning here on this channel. Alright, fams. So yeah, I brought in this text as I wrote with the font Avengers font. Yeah, it's really cool. So what we're going to do is to style it a bit. So just warping it with the bend and getting the right angle is more important. So you can increase it or decrease it to get the feel you like. But in this case, I am decreasing it to get it bending downwards. Okay, just as you're saying it. Then I want the V and increasing the V, and here it makes the text flat, or the particular warp flattens. Okay, so yeah, I know most of you will not know the meaning of the V, so that's why I said at the initial part of the video that it's for the less privileged, and we are good to go, farms. All right, farm. So that's more like it. So over here, I'm going to add the shape and the writings. So it's not much work, but I'm going to speak on and then speed a little bit. Okay, just this side. So over here, you hold the node while pressing Control and the Shift key, and then move the cursor of the node to the left to get that shape tilted like that. So yeah, that's more like it. So this is the addition of the shapes and the text. So I'll catch you when we are done. Okay, farms, see ya. January 9th, 2002. You put a little more too much on my shoulder. I'm not complaining, there's a lot on my shoulders. If I tell you I'm alright, January 9th, 2002. The bonnet like a mile too much on my shoulders. I'm not complaining, there's a lot on my shoulders. If I tell you I'm alright, everything is under control. If I tell you I'm alright, if I tell you I'm alright, you will know that I'm alright. Everything is under control. Tell you if I tell you I'm alright. Alright, farms. So that's more like it. So over here, I'm just bringing some darkness at the bottom of the page. It's always adjustable. You create a new layer just at the bottom of the page, below the text and the shapes layer, and create the darkness with a darker color. That's more like it. That's more like it. So we are good to go. Everything is under control. If I tell you I'm alright, if I tell you I'm alright, you will know that I'm alright. Everything is under control. If I tell you I'm alright, if I tell you I'm alright, you will know that I'm alright. Yo, la 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 la, la 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 la. See, don't worry about Kiki. Say you can't answer, can never complain. See, you don't worry about Kiki. Quick, imagine I'm an answer. I'm missing my giddy. Heaven knows I've tried. I'll be doing just fine. Pains in my heart, I'll be doing that. The boy, the about the until my last breath, but you never know so. Maybe not feel that. The night to the I look up more with the munch on my shoulder. I'm not complaining, there's a lot on my shoulder. If I tell you I'm alright, then I'll be nice to tell you. When I look up more with too much on my shoulder. Not complaining, there's a lot on my shoulder. I tell you I'm alright, Zins if they hope yet to peace and low. Then it's in my palm. Heaven, heaven, and yes, in the she and the crow. It's yes, it's up for the cockatoo, dun dun. Dun 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 dun. I'll be with you when I ask you to. Hmm. Okay, farms. So that's just it about the arrangement. I brought in these very images, okay, just to pick out the location, local, and position it right there. At what time we'll position the time and the dates. So let's box on. So that's more like it. Just positioning it at the corner right there, just as it should be. Yeah. So we're good to go. If you've watched so far, don't forget to like and subscribe if this video helped you in any way possible. Okay, fans. So yeah, here we have it. We are just writing the name of the church name, just church name. Okay, fans. So over here, created a shape, and we're going to give it a stroke shape, and then you rasterize the shapes layer. Then you take the selection tool and you make some cuts. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do is to right click and then select rasterize. We take the selection tool, triangular selection tool, and cut out this very part, and you're good to go, fans. So Ctrl plus X to cut shortcuts. Okay, so yeah, that's more like it. This is how you get it on a page. So yeah, so the font names will be in the description to be downloaded personally. Okay, so just the positioning. So over here I had this shape, okay, shapes in my arsenal, so I just decided to add it. It's not compulsory, it's not that game changing, it's just a little touch of shape on the page, and it makes everything gooey and going. All right, guys, so I'm going to flip it so that it faces that side, and we are good to go, farms. So that's more like it. Having it right there makes a good impact, so I decided to add it. Okay, let's box on. So over here we're going to add the very important details like the time and something. So let's go. I'm going to take the shape to sensitive, how just a peace and low. Send them a very deep and do. Having a final destination in the crew. Matia she ever and I need and okay, so let's carry on. So we're going to just draw a shape. So I just will close the fill and then we take the stroke. So just like that. Over here we're creating a space where we can type in our time. So I take my text tool and write in the time, and we are good. So there we have it. From here we're going to bring the time logo. I'm going to select. All right, so Control X to cut, Control V to paste, and we are here. All right, fans. So over here, putting it on top of the page like this, then boom, you have your time. What I'm going to do is to give it a color. So go to color overlay and give it as the same color as the shape it's on. Alright. Fire. So yeah, so there we have it. Sorry about that, fams. So it's just the same procedure with the sums. That's the quotation. So that's more like it. Nothing more confusing. Alright, fams. So what we're going to do is to make sure to group all we have done with the text right there so that it doesn't confuse us. And we're done. Grouping makes it easy for you. If you know how to group your layers, you are halfway to clean workspace. Alright, so over here we're just going to create this shape at the top left corner of the page, just as you're seeing. And sorry about that. This is going to be for the date, so you hold Control and then move upwards the node, the right corner node, just to shift it like that. So what I'm going to do is to type in the text with a black font color. So yeah, so it's going to be just the typing of the date. So catch you. Alright, fams. So yeah, there's nothing special here, just the typing of the date, and just as you're seeing, I'm reducing it, making it a little bit, small, a little bit small than before, just like that, so that it can fit at the center, at the very center of the page, just as you're seeing. So yeah, so there are a lot that can be made here, but I decided to then reduce the year, then create a very short, tiny shape beside it and give it a color, just to get concentration. It shouldn't be just raw like that. So yeah, and give it a black color. Not just that, what I then did after centering everything is take the shape too and go beneath all the text like that to create a shape. So what I'm going to do is to create this very rectangle below the year like that, right below the year, and give it a popping color that'll make it pop. Okay, and we are settling with that. Just look at it, it makes it busy. So I'm just tilting just to get everything lined up with the base shape of the date. That's more like it. Just making the workspace busy is how I love my work. So yeah, good to go, farms. So that's more like it. So we are done with the date. There's nothing that complicated here. We shouldn't be that bothered. So we are almost done with everything. We are left with the names of the men of God. So I'm just going to write the first woman of God's name with you and leave you to write the rest. So I created this shape. You can give it any color: red, white, green. That will pop. Here I then decided to go blind mode with my viewers and take an orange color. Then yeah, writing the name of the woman of God and then reducing it to fit the shape you have created. It's all the work. That's all the work you have to do, and we are good to go, farms. So I'll leave you to write the rest of the men of God. That's the two men of God left. Okay. So you duplicate, then you write the name. Just it. Just that. So catch you. So yeah, that is the name of the man of God. And here I just decided to spice it a bit by adding a base shape, another shape, just that is behind the text of the name of the man of God, just so that if he stands out to be the host. That's the only reason for that ellipse. That's it. This is the end of the tutorial, and I hope this video helped you. And if it did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Fonts. Alright guys, so right here what we're going to do is simple. We're going to bring out the overview. Press Ctrl Shift plus Alt plus E. Then you go to your camera raw filter. If you don't do that, you're going to not get the camera raw filter working on the entire image like this. So camera raw filter, and I added a little spice of colors to the image, and boom, boom.